thank you for allowing us to be part of your family. This is Joe Bloomstrom and Lori Bloomstrom, and behind us here is a picture of our son Paul, who is part of the sim racing family, and it's just so cool that you're allowing us to be a part of this, and we really appreciate you thinking of Paul the way you do.
We just wanted to thank you guys. We are so grateful you're doing this in Paul's honor. He really loves this community, and we are hoping that we can raise some funds for St. Jude's charity. We have a special place in our hearts for St. Jude's. They help kids, and we are really grateful.
Paul loved you guys. We miss him terribly. He was a great son, great guy, and made friends all over the world, including all of you. Thank you so much.
Paul loved to go fast, and I hope you guys do too. Thank you.
My fate was sealed. You said my days were numbered. Case closed with no appeal. My future 6 feet under. Messing with my head in ghost fashion. My heart was holding its breath. Terrified of taking my last one. Oh, death, you scared me to death. Whoa, you ain't my king, bro. Whoa, where did your sting go, death? I will not be afraid. In the end, you will lose. I would dance on your grave with the one who buried you. You ain't nothing but a stone that my Savior rolled away. Set you straight and set me free. Oh, death, you are dead to me. Oh, death, you are dead to me. My faith don't flinch at your rap. Never gonna get off of my shoulder. You thought you had the last laugh. You thought this song was over. Whoa, you ain't my king, though. Whoa, where did your sting go, death? I will not be afraid. In the end, you will lose. I would dance on your grave with the one who buried you. You ain't nothing but a stone that my Savior rolled away. Set you straight and set me free. Oh, death, you are dead to me.
All right. Howdy, y'all. How are we all doing today? Welcome once again to another No Lander Gaming replay broadcast. Oh, hope y'all are having an absolutely blessed and beautiful day. Well, round 9, Sardegna Road Track A for the Vegas Cup Series. This was last week's race. Y'all that are here in the stream, thank you for being here, first of all. Secondly, y'all know that this was last week's race, and we have just one remaining race for the season, and then we have our all-star race. So, that being said, let us get into our lobby settings. So, Sardegna Road Track A for 60 minutes of racing. Weather is on random. The time of the day will be evening. Variable speed will be 2 times. There is a grid start with a false start check. Lobby will be set by me. However, this is a replay, so unfortunately we won't be able to do replays or anything like that. But your tire and tire degradation is set at 3 times, and your fuel consumption is set at 3 times as well. Pretty much everything else y'all already know. It is GR3 mid-rear engine cars. Howdy, Oscar, Mia, Clutch, Bar, how we all doing? Bar, I'm feeling much better. Thank you. Still a little bit sore, but less and less so every day. So, yeah, super grateful and thankful. I am fully on the mend, so that is very, very good. Been doing quite well the last couple of days. So just get us a look at what is coming for the next race, December 14th. Let's see. That'd be 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will be for round 10 at the Nürburgring 24-hour layout, and this will be the only race in the season that is longer than 60 minutes. This race will be 90 minutes for the finale, and tire degradation will be set at 3 times. Fuel consumption will also be set at 3 times, just as every other race has gone thus far in the series. So our notifications, of course, are loud once again. So let me just turn that off for what there. Like so. But yeah, definitely doing much better, y'all. Can we do GP circuit? You will be doing the GP circuit right before you hit the NURB. I'm terrible at that track. Well, you best get some practice in there, buddy, because as Miss Yu said, she's coming for you, man, and she ain't a playing. And the Porsche is no slouch around the NURB. It is very strong there, as it's a very technical track, and only one spot, obviously, where you have to be very concerned with a high top end speed, obviously that being the final straight stretch, the very long straight stretch, howbeit at the end of the track. So we are doing a multiplier for the final round, as obviously in 90 minutes you can only get, what was it, Bar, did you say? Is like, I think it's like 12 laps, I think. is approximately. So we'll be doing a multiplier for the points on that so that they definitely going to do some circuit experience to get used to the circuit again. Hey, there you go. That's a good idea for all you racers out there. That's definitely a good idea for y'all to follow suit. It really breaks down the track for you into sector by sector. And so learning sector by sector, is a lot better for people than just running laps over and over again, right? Anyways, y'all, I'll tell you what, we got the replay set and ready right here. We have green about to go. As you can see, there are 5 red lights. So the next light that comes up is your green light, and these racers will be off and running. So the Queen of the Nürburgring, yes, I could get behind that. Oh, all right, y'all. Who is ready for some racing action? 60 minutes at Sardegna Road Track A, and I really wish that I had caught this one live. I have not watched the race or anything, so I do not know the outcome of the race. But what I do know is this is quite a wide track throughout, and makes for some very good racing. There are only a couple of pinch points on this track that even you can still even get too wide. Most of this track offers enough space for 3 wide, and look at my livery. I will be looking at your livery, sir. Yes, I will. Somebody did a decent job with what they had to work with. All right. Who's ready for some racing? I certainly am. Like I said, I've not watched this, so I do not know the outcome of the race, but I know it's going to be some good racing. And for y'all out there who may just be tuning in, this is a mixture of the Pro-Am and the amateur class. So some good racing here. Looks like, well, we'll go down the order. I should have done that already. You'll be shocked. Look at my livery. You'll be shocked. All right. That being said, without further ado, let's get her done. And they are off because it's green, green, green. Oh, the Porsche doesn't get a great start, as we well know. Porsche doesn't ever get a great start. Jump onto bar 27 here. Steve Areno out in front with Cupcake in just behind. Bar gets pushed a little wide. Oh, there was a bit of a carfuffle there. Not sure what the argument was about, but I do recall that somebody got bumped from behind and sent them wide, and sent them short rather, and sent them right into the others on track. However, there was not a whole lot of damage or anything, so we kept on a racing. Damage is set to light, but it is Steve Areno leading the pack with Cupcake in just behind. Flack right there in the back. Oh, we got a little bit of a lag there that we're looking at. So it's Flack in P3, Egon and Oscar side by side. Porsche versus Peugeot. And Egon gets the job done. We have Rick James followed by bar 27, Weeglib, Yu Williams, Cobra, That's a nice looking livery there from Williams, kind of like that gray on the Ferrari. It's definitely, well, I guess it's not gray. It's kind of a grayish brownish. Either way, it looks pretty darn good to me. Cobra here in P11, TDC in P12. He was one of the ones caught up in the Carfatho at the beginning. Bubsy here in P13 and Zane in 14 get back up to the front of the pack where Steve Marino is leading the pack. Already jumped out to a decent lead. He's got himself maybe a second there, as we can't really tell, but looks to be about 3/4 to a second. Yeah, big networking issues lately on GT7. Not a real big surprise there. We're all used to that by now. Unfortunate as it is, the GT7 servers just are not getting any better. Almost 4 years later, well into 3 years later, that it just certain aspects of the game just still aren't what they should be, but we love it. Does have some great racing for all of its remaining flaws. So Cupcake in P2 following Steve Areno, Flack here in P3 in the Hot Wheels Ferrari. Egon still cruising along in the Porsche there, and Oscar goes a little wide. Has a bit of an argument there in the Peugeot with Barrier, and well, we know who wins those, yes? Weglub here in the Ford GT in the My Little Pony livery, representing the young ladies of racing. Absolutely love that livery. Here's another decent livery. I heard somebody was having troubles finding decals for that livery, but get y'all a decent little look at it. It is How to Train Your Dragon car. Got to be a favorite of the young lads across the globe right there. The front of the car representing the main character dragon, and for some reason I am having a mega brain fart. Can't even think of his name. Bar knows, though. Force me to crash. Looked like someone hit me. Oh, caused you to crash. Yeah, sorry, Cat. You will know what I mean at the end. She was in front of me at one point. Copy that. Copy that. Something Tooth. What's his name? Toothless. Yeah, there you go. Toothless, like me. Oh. I knew that. I just, it took me a second. So it is Williams in the Ferrari here in P8. Rick James following closely behind in the Honda NSX. Which I would imagine that Honda probably does pretty decent around this track. Really, it's quite a nimble little car. Doesn't have the greatest of top end. But really, they're on the only major stretch where top end matters at the start finish stretch here. So it is Cobra also in the Honda here in P10. I forget what that livery is. Forgive me, Cobra. Bubsy here in P11. Flipping along nicely, catching up to Cobra, it looks like. Really gets a good drive into the S's there. And it's Murray also struggling back here towards the back of the pack, having got caught up, but he is catching and running purple sectors at the moment. Miss Maya Skinner, or Rad Yu here in the back as well, having got caught out in some sort of situation, now has to try to work her way back through the field, which we shall see how far she gets. I would imagine she'll do really well still, all things considered. Zane, our young lad here, running in P14, but as always, keeping on, and not all that awful far behind Miss Yu here as well. So it is Steve Marino here, still running about a second to a second and a half. I'm guessing that's about a second and a half gap from Cupcake, both in the Ferrari. Looking nearly identical on fuel and tire wear. I mean, absolutely very, very close. Yeah, there aren't, unfortunately, any other decals from How to Train Your Dragon in GT7. So there's Toothless, Hook Fang, and Stormfly, as Clutch here has alluded to. But we did the best we could with what we had to work with. It is Egon still here leading Flack, Oscar, and Weeglib there in the background, with Barr and M. Williams catching up to the back of this pass. Hot Wheels Ferrari there taking a look to the inside, perhaps just going defensive on Oscar's. Oscar is quite close, but here comes Weeglib there in the background, really working hard in that Ford GT to try to catch up. You see there, that may have been a bit of net coating, but it may have been rather a bit of slideways action. As you can see, Barr chewing up some grass there in the background, doing a bit of expensive lawn care. Could be expensive anyhow. Livery Created did an amazing job for that Dragon livery. The livery creator? Yeah, that guy's, he's got some talent anyhow. Anyhow, again, it is Egon starting to stretch his legs a little bit here and pull away from Flack, Oscar, and Weeglib. Weeglib has caught up to the back of this pass, or to the back of this pack, rather, and is now working hard to try to create an opening or find an opening to get around Oscar and work on Flack. Dives to the outside. Doesn't quite have the run, but sticks it on the outside. Now decides better of it and tucks her back in. He'll just jump back in line and wait for the next opportunity to present itself. We have Williams here in P7 with Barr catching up in that 911 Porsche, the How to Train Your Dragons Toothless Porsche. Oh man, what a stellar idea. That's certainly gotta get some love from the kiddos for that one. It is Rick James in the Honda leading 1010 start. Cobra also in the Honda. Is that Star Wars? Did I see Yoda on there for Rick James's car? That's another good one for sure. Is that what I seen? Indeed, it is Star Wars with the Yoda. I like Yoda. Going fast in the Honda, will he? Oh. Not sure what the other livery is, but I do know it is a Honda also. NSX Ford Dart Cobra. We have Bubsy, and TDC now has caught up to the back of this pack. So it's Honda, Ferrari, and Ford GT here. Little bit of a battle going on here in the background as the Ferrari just gets a little bit of a touch on the Honda there in front of him, and great save there. by, let's see, who was that? Cobra, that's right. I knew that too. Great save by Cobra anyhow. So now it is the Ferrari up to P10 with TDC also gaining a position there. Cobra lost out a couple of positions there in short order. I don't know. You know what that there? Oh, I guess so, huh? Wow. Being a commentator and a streamer, a guy who's always doing this stuff, and I never knew how people were doing this. But it is Murray catching that Ferrari, and that Ford GT has got the speed to overtake at least one of these guys here. You can see that overspeed there. He is cruising. Oh, we're about to go 3 wide. Ooh. Unable to get a pass done, as that just about got a bit chaotic there for these three. Now he's going to get the job done on Rick James, looking to run a course on Bubsy here as well in the Ferrari. Oh, now it's Cobra and Rick James side by side, and Cobra is going to get the upper hand there. Runs out in front. Here's Miss Yu in the Iron Dames Porsche. Got to give that a good look too. That's a great looking livery there as well. Oh, it don't like it. It don't like it. Trying to be careful with it, but it doesn't like it. So Steve Areno here in the Ferrari as well. Another great looking livery there for the Race Asylum driver. Cupcake here still clipping along in P2 in the very fine looking Zelda livery. Gotta love that. Gotta love some Zelda. Breath of the Wild, it says there. Oh man, why is it doing that? Egon in a classic Egon livery here on the Porsche 911 RSR. Fantastic car is that. Who doesn't love a Porsche, right? I certainly do. So it is Oscar in the Peugeot in the Umbrella Corporation Peugeot here. Of course, representing Resident Evil. Weagle have got to give this car some love right there. My Little Pony. Oh, golly, I wish it would quit doing that. Could you just maintain where I want you to be? Thank you. Well, no, it don't like it. It really don't like it. But anyhow, regardless, great looking livery also is that. Oh, I see. Okay, I can just do it that way. That's a little bit easier. Okay, so Williams, and not entirely sure. Oh, that's right, a Jurassic Park livery. That's a pretty decent idea there as well. Does that when it's close to a wall. Yeah, copy that. So it's Barr taking a look up the inside of Williams. Is he going to get the job done? Indeed, he does. Yeah, that's not a bad looking livery. Mountains and Toothless there flying around. Hey, there's 2 Toothless on that car. Oh, Hook, Fang, and Stormfly. And then we got a random dragon there in the front corner that we just had to put because it was the only other dragon that we could find that looked like perhaps one of the baddie dragons in the movie. let us get back to the racing view now that we've had a decent look at all of the liveries on track. It is bar 27 here in P6 with Williams chasing in behind in the Ferrari. It's two Ferraris trying to chase down the Porsche. Porsche trying to chase down the Ford GT. Ugh, apologies. Perhaps I should wet my whistle. Black in P8 in the Hot Wheels Ferrari. Black seemed, whoa, Barb with a great save there. I wish I could watch the replay of that. Boy, he was sideways around both those corners there. Incredible save by Barb. Wow, managed to hold on to that car. Gathers it up and continues on, keeping on down the road. Keeps Flack behind him incredibly. It is Bubsy. Oh, some net coating we were seeing here. Bubsy trying to run away from TDC here. Another beautiful looking livery is that. I don't think we actually gave that car a decent looking at. I mean, we did look at it a little bit. Man, right there, Vegas Paul. That is why we're doing all this. Speaking of why we're doing all this, if y'all don't know, pinned in the comment section of this video is a link provided for the fundraising event that we are doing for St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. If y'all could, be sure to like the video for one thing, because I guess the algorithm really doesn't have to do about hours watched. It doesn't have to do about much other than like videos. So we need to get these out there so that more people can see that link and perhaps make an end of the year donation to St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital, who is now going global to help children around the world in their greatest time of need. So we do want to thank you all for your efforts on that. Thank you to everyone who has donated so far. I will be making my donation on the last race of the year. I want to try to make it as generous as possible to help out St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. And the cat's been let out of the bag, y'all. Whatever we raise, we have set a goal for $2,500. We are well short of that, surprisingly enough. And I fear it's because people are like, oh, you know, St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital, they get so much money every year. And while this is true, years past, all that money has gone to the United States of America, and St. Jude's is now going global to help children all over the world, children who would not receive any care in the form of professional medical care. They might have gotten a cold cloth or something applied to their foreheads to try to help with a fever or something, or whatever it is that they could do in their country of origin. However, now that is all changing, and St. Jude's is really leading the way as far as fighting childhood cancer. Now, if you don't know much about St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital, they are a fantastic organization that provides not only the health care for absolutely free, but they also keep the family together. And as we all know, a family is strongest when they are together, and you couldn't have a more important time to keep the family together, right, than in a time of sickness and major health concerns. We do have our first round of pit stops here coming, and so it is Steve Areno and Cupcake and Williams going into the pits. That gives Egon the race currently. Oscar in P2, Weagle here in P4, Bar moves up to or Weeglib in P3, and Barr moves up to P4. Flack will move up to P5, so it's Cupcake, Steve Areno, Williams, TDC. Oh, come on. It just keeps shifting as I'm going down the order. Bubsy and Williams all come into the pits for the first round of pit stops. Meanwhile, again, it is Egon. So, but yeah, like I said, so not only do families not pay for any type of the care that they receive at St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital, but they also do not, they don't pay for the cost of housing. They don't pay for food even. They do not even pay for the cost of travel. Everything is it's donated through kind hearts that just want to help. So every dollar counts, y'all. Don't think that, you know, if you can only put $5 in the pot, that's not going to do anything, because I'll tell you this, for a $5 donation, that is going to provide a child, and you'll see this within the tiers if you go and look, it provides a child with a after chemo party, meaning that the child has already completed chemo and they no longer have to do that, which is a huge step, and should be celebrated by the families and the children. Staff alike joins in. It's just a great way to boost the hearts and the minds of the families going through such a great ordeal. Yeah, they throw them a party for $5. I mean, so, you know, if you think, you know, oh, my little $5 isn't going to do anything, well, it absolutely will. You know, a positive mental state in a time like that, not only for the children, but for the families involved as well. It does a lot more than one could imagine. So it is Egon leading the way with Oscar in behind in his Peugeot. Egon in the Porsche. Weeglib here in the Ford GT90, the My Little Pony GT90. I gotta say, that is one of the best designs I've seen thus far, representing the young ladies across the world. The pink and yellow really go together quite well. I would not have thought that was the case, but I mean, really, who can argue with the results? Great looking livery is that from Weeglib. So great job there on that. It is bar 27 here in P4. Now Egon stops for his first pit stop of the race. That is going to, for the time being, give bar 27 P3. Oscar move up into P1, and Weeglib will be in P2. That'll put Oscar here in, or Flack rather, here in P4. Miss Skinner, I believe, is going to run around. Yes, she dives off into the pits as well. That'll give Steve Areno P5, Cupcake P6, Rick James here back up into P7 in his Honda NSX there, trying to chase down the Ferrari of Cupcake. So now Egon comes out of the pits in P8. We have Williams here in P9 in his Jurassic Park themed Ferrari. Great looking livery on that car as well. Well done on that, Williams. I do enjoy me some Jurassic Park. I'll have to sit down and watch at least the first movie again, because that was a joy to watch. Definitely a pleasurable movie to watch. It is getting on the way of old now. I don't know how old I was when it first come out, but it's definitely working its way towards old, and right there amongst, who one would say, the classics. You don't remember that moment, Clutch? Yeah, it came and went, huh? So Bubsy here clipping along his Ferrari, you know, and I've got to say, I don't believe we gave that car a good looking at either. No children themed, just a decent looking livery. All right. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Murray clipping along here in his Ford GT90 still. Yeah, a little turf surfing. It is Dark Cobra in his, I'm guessing that's Flash with the lightning bolt. It's got the same colors as Flash as well, with the red and the yellow. It's got to be Flash, right? One of the, I believe it is Marvel. Is that Marvel or DC Comics? Y'all let me know up in the chat. I don't recall. Wait a minute. Does that say Mask? Okay, so maybe it's not Flash. I wish it would hold steady. I'm not moving the joystick. Stay right there. Thank you, like so. Okay. Anyways, 1010 Dark Cobra here in P12 with Miss Maya Skinner in the Iron Dames Porsche for P13. Zane still clipping along. Let's give that young man a look at his livery as well, because I do believe he creates himself, or has created this one himself. And not a bad looking livery at all is that, in all of its simplicity. Sometimes the more simple you make a livery, the better it turns out to be. And I say the young lad has done a great job on that livery with just the breakdown of it and the spacing and the lines and everything. I'm digging it. I'm digging it. So it is Oscar who leads the way in the Peugeot, and by the looks of it, he has got a gap. And oh, Flat getting it wrong there. Has a confrontation with Barry R, as you can tell by the damage on the front of that Ferrari. So the Hot Wheels Ferrari goes round. That is out of ordinary for Flack. We've seen this driver be nothing but on point. I think that's the first time I recall, at least, having seen him trying to win a battle with Barry R. And yeah, well, you see how that worked out, right? Ooh, so Flack getting the position back there. Battling it out now with Steve Areno. But Flack having lost a great deal of time now to Oscar, who leads the way in this race. Oscar now going to dive into the pits, and that might be a pit lane entry violation there. It certainly looked to me as though he was on the over the line rather than on the line. I'm going to say that's a good 10 second gap, at least between P1 and P2, but it will be Steve Areno who jumps back into the lead, and Cupcake back into P2, not far behind, about right exactly where these two left off from the beginning of the race, having done their first pit stops. Oscar now coming back out of the pits, just getting passed up by Egon there. So it's Egon back up into P3 in his Porsche 911 RSR. Oscar following in P4 in the Peugeot. Then it's Williams in the Ferrari being chased down heavily by Barr. Barr takes a look to the inside. Is he going to get the job done? They're side by side through the S's. Great driving there. Barr goes wide. May have been a little bit of touch, probably net coating. As you can see, they were giving each other plenty of space, and then all of a sudden they just come together. That's generally a net coating issue when you see stuff like that happening. These drivers are very comfortable driving around one another now, and quite experienced are all these drivers, so it's not generally something that you see that happens where there's a mismanagement of the car and getting the physics wrong of the car. It's generally a net coding issue to where one driver is just at one place on the track, and then all of a sudden he's on a different place on the track, taking up a little bit more room, making the car wider than what it actually is. And so, yeah, you get that kind of thing happening. But it is Weglib here in P7 trying to chase down Bar 27 and William still here in his GT90. We are halfway through this race on lap 18. It is Bubsy here in P8 in his Ferrari being chased down by TDC, who's worked his way up the field with his Ford GT also holding fastest lap, but I think that Bar 27 at the end of this probably ends up snagging that fastest lap. He's really good at doing that and getting it done on the very last lap of the race. Zane had a scare, LOL. Luckily that car ghosted. Oh, copy. Best to do that on a straight. It's mask. Yeah, I seen that, Oscar. Thank you. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Bubsy kind of reminds me of a NASCAR livery. Copy, copy. So Murray chasing down Bubsy there. It's Ford versus Ferrari. That sounds like a familiar statement. I think perhaps somebody made a movie about that. I think that was the name of the movie, too, if I recall correctly. Indeed, I do. Just kidding with y'all. It was certainly a great movie, Ford versus Ferrari. So, there it is. On the sim, battling it out around Sardegna. Road Track A is Ford versus Ferrari. 10-10 start Cobra here in the Honda NSX. Still clipping along here in P10. Boy, you can see how tail happy that car is. It'll go right round on you, baby, right round. It is Maya Skinner there. I believe just got the pass done on Flack. Oh, man. Now I got the hiccups to boot. That is fantastic. But the Iron Dames Porsche up into P11 with Flack in P12. This is a battle that's not going to go away. Flack taking a look to the inside, but he's not going to do it. Gets out broke by the Porsche there. Porsche, very, very good car under braking. It handles quite nicely, and as so long as you have a bit of throttle still entering into the corner, you got a bit of juice given that car, it will rotate for you quite nicely. However, you got to be careful upon the exit, as with most of these cars, because she can get a little wild on you. But you really, really stretching her legs now and has quite the little gap. I'd say 0.7 of a second on Flack there already in just a few corners right there. Rick James in the other Honda NSX out here on track in the Star Wars livery. Let's get a look at that. Oh, brilliant. Brilliant. Luke Skywalker, R2D2, got Darth Vader, and I wish you would quit doing that. Stay where I put you. Okay. Anyways, nice looking livery is that. Zane still clipping along here. 35 minutes into this race. It is Steve Areno out in front for the Race Asylum Academy team here. Brilliant looking livery. As always, coming from Race Asylum. Leading this race. 36 minutes now, rather, into the race. Porsche is amazing now since the update. Oh, really? I have not raced on GT7 in quite some time. As many of you know, I am doing my best to research and check out all possibilities for PMR, which, if y'all don't know, PMR just had an update yesterday, and I think I have to agree with GT45 Gaming that this sim, PMR, is now, after two updates, just two updates, they have done an incredible job, and the game is now finally at the point, at least, that it should have been upon its release, right? If they would have released it at the state that it's at now, they would have a much, much better review and respect from the community. It seems that every single racing game that comes out in the past few years, at least, has come out just broken. So many things wrong with it. It's like they failed to do their testing enough. That, like, they don't do enough testing. You've got to really put some time and effort into testing, and then when you find something that's broken, you fix it. So if PMR would have released the game 2 weeks later, even a month later, like GT45 said, release it just before Christmas, delay the release, and if it would have come out the way that it is currently, people would be happy. And eventually, I'm telling you that PMR has the potential to be a fantastic sim. I did have the opportunity to jump into some other types of racing finally yesterday. I forget the class that I was in. I want to say it was GTE potentially, but so probably GT3. And I jumped into the Porsche, and previously there were three guys in the lobby. We were doing MX5s, and I was trying to mess about with my setup on the car, and I was running 10 seconds behind three of these guys on my lap times. 10 seconds. We jumped into the GR3. I jumped into the Porsche, my favorite car, and we went round Monza, my very first time in that class of car, very first time racing it, and was within 2 seconds of the fastest person on track. And he was fast, like no joke. Like, yeah, guy was fast. But yeah, ended up meeting seemingly a great group of guys. Going to be doing some more racing with them. In fact, after this is over, I'm going to jump on PMR again and explore some more things. I'd really like to jump into a lobby and just check out the spectator mode and see how that looks, because we're certainly looking at getting some league racing going on PMR. And as it is now, at least, certainly, at least for the MX5s, it's more than doable. I just have to get a look at the spectator mode and hope that it's decent enough to be able to pull it off. But everything else, as far as the physics go in the MX5s, dude, fantastic. They handle precisely what I would think it would actually feel like in real life. Force feedback issues have been fixed. Servers has been fixed. You could actually jump in. I actually did I did one race, one ranked race. I was only able to do one lap on a track that I did not know. So out of, I think, 35 cars or so, I only qualified in P20 on a 15 13 lap race or a 12 lap race and managed to end up picking up 7 positions. So, yeah, I mean, it's super, super fun, super realistic. I mean, I've watched a lot of Spec Miata racing in the past. Oh, wow. Bar up to P2. Here I am yammering on about PMR, and I'm missing the race here. So it's Steve Marino in the front, Bar in P2, Egon still holding down strong in P3 with Oscar giving chase, though, in the Peugeot. Weagle there in P5. It is Bubsy in P6. TDC here in P7. Cupcake in P8. Dark Cobra in P9, Flack in P10, Williams in 11. It is Rick James in P12. Steve Reno goes into the pits now. That's going to give Bar 27 the lead of this race. It is Miss Maya Skinner here in P13 and Zane in P14. And no, it doesn't. Actually, Bar follows suit and jumps into the pits as well. TDC or M. Estes here, still holding on to fastest lap of the race. Anyways, ooh, battle. We got a battle on. Peugeot versus Ferrari. Peugeot versus Porsche. Man, my brain and my mouth are not working together for some reason. I don't even know why or how Ferrari came on board there, but it did. And that was not the two cars that we were looking at, obviously. Apologies. Anyways, so yeah, I watched a lot of Spec Miata racing, and the Miatas on Project Motor Racing handle exactly like what I've seen them handle like in real life. They're very, very squirrely coming out of the corners. If you throttle down too much, they can get real squirrely on you. And that's been my exact experience on PMR. And that's how it should be here on GT7 or in just about any decent sim or simcade racing game out there. That's how it is. Like, you accelerate too fast, you're going to have issues. Cupcake pitted and DD did. Also, I have my new wheel, the DD Pro. Ooh, fantastic. How are you liking that? That's good stuff. Yep, it's lighter and handles like a dream. Ooh, boy, howdy. So the Porsche's back to its original standing then, basically, is what you're saying. Is the Porsche's always been good, but the last couple of updates, they nerfed the crap out of it and just made it to where it was not nearly as strong as what it used to be. And that's good to see, because Porsche should be right there at the top of the runnings for one of the best cars in racing. It always has been. Like, Porsche's got, oh my goodness, they have an incredible amount of wins on their hands. In fact, last year for the LMP cars, Porsche took the title with Campbell and brain fart. I can't remember the other driver that I really like's name. Anyways, they took the title. Porsche was laying it down. As far as the GT3 category goes in IRL, in real life, Corvette took that this year in the new Corvette. They took the title, so that was awesome to see. Gave them the old bow tie beatdown. Cupcake pitted. Wheel is amazing, and yeah, I have also heard that the 992.1 RS is coming to GT7. Oh, huh. You know, it's rather surprising to me that, and it's a positive note that whilst Gran Turismo is working, I'd imagine, pretty feverishly on Gran Turismo 8, they're still doing things for GT7, and that's good, right? Because GT7, honestly, it still isn't where it should be, right? Like, they get things right and they fix them, and then they do an update and they break what they had previously fixed. If it's not broken, don't fix it, y'all. Come on now. I mean, if they'd have left everything the way it was once they got one certain thing fixed, by this time now the game would be incredible. But they haven't. They keep fixing things and then they break them. They fix them and then they break them. And the biggest thing is the state of the servers with all of the net coding. It shouldn't be that way. They have more money probably than any other racing game out there. Like, fix the servers and people would be happy. Stop breaking the cars that were already fixed. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. And I don't understand how they can't get that right and how they get it so wrong. Like, once you have something fixed, don't mess with it again. Leave it be. Move on to the next thing. Fix that. Pretty simple strategy in my idea. Exactly, Clutch. Well, congrats you on the new wheel. I'm pumped for you. That's awesome. You're just taking right to it, like there's not really a learning curve to it at all, or what's your experience been with that? So it's Weeglib in P2 currently. He's got quite a lead on whoever it is behind him. Cupcake. I'd say that's a 4, 5, 6 second lead at least. But it's Oscar, Weeglib, Cupcake, Steve Areno, Bar, being chased down by Flack. Egon having just freshly come out of the pits in P7. Bubsy here in P8. TDC in P9. Miss Skinner in P10. Cobra in P11. It's Williams in P12. Rick James here in P13 and Zane in P14. And we have just 10 minutes remaining in this race. TDC, or M. Estes, as you can see there from the fastest lap, still holding on to the fastest lap thus far into the race. But again, like I said, got to watch out for Barr. He is famous for stealing that fastest lap. On the very last lap of the race, he manages to do it. Oh man, the percentage of times that he has come and snagged the fastest lap away on the very last lap of the race at all the races thus far has got to be, I'd say 50% of the time at least. Nope, it's the best I have ever used. I'm also faster with it. Oh man, I did beat his time, but he did get it back. Oh, haha, nice. Right on, you. That's good stuff, man. I'm glad to hear that. Bar foreshadowing. Right, Oscar? All right, so looks like somebody went right round. It was Steve Areno, and whoo-wee. He's doing everything he can do to get that car out the way. very aware of what's going on, and he's net coding too. Like, so all these other drivers, Flack, Weeglub, and Barr, all doing a great job at trying to get around him. Severino doing a great job of being aware of what is coming around on the track. So it's Oscar in P1, Cupcake in P2, Weeglub in P3. And I do apologize, y'all. This has not been one of the better broadcasts. The brain kind of still in a fog. Lack of good sleep, I would guess, lately. I should have watched the replay before I did the broadcast, and that way I could know and take notes on where the good battles were. Because I feel like I've missed a lot. Oh, see, right there with Rick James, that was a major net coding issue right there. Did y'all see that? That kind of stuff should not be happening nearly 4 years into a game. Like, they should have the servers dialed in to the point to where that's not happening. That's not personal internet. That's nothing. It's net coding because the servers are not what they should be. That's disappointing to me. Everybody is so down on PMR, and I do have to agree. The game was straight broken on its release. The only thing that worked were the MX-5s, and they were really good to begin with, and now they're even better. I mean, I can't say enough about what they've done with that portion of the game. It is incredible. Not happy with who won the race. I would have laughed so hard if that actually happened with Rick James. Oh, it looked like he just straight DC'd and just like the car just went whack right into the wall. Straight, didn't try to turn, nothing. He's just like, there we are, I'm coming for you. Whack! Ah, dang, did nothing. Oh. Oscar, looking very, very strong with 7 minutes remaining. And I would say he's got the fuel and the tire remaining on this race. It looks to me that Oscar potentially got a win here. He's good. Oh, man, just looking at the map and the gap there, I'd say 12 to 15 seconds ahead of Cupcake. It's quite a distance, I'll tell you that. But Oscar leading the race with 6 minutes to go. Cupcake here in P2 also got himself a really nice gap to Weeglub. Weeglub, our AM driver here. These past two races, Weeglub, for an AM driver, has done absolutely incredible. Really coming on strong as of late. And I mean, running with the big boys in the lobby. That's for sure. Good looking battle going on here. It's Barr going to dive to the inside. Is he going to get the job done? Plenty of space there left by both drivers. Absolutely fantastic. Weeglub stays strong on the outside and will now have the inside for the next corner going up the final straight. And they stay side by side once again. Looks like Barr's perhaps got the run on him. Indeed he does. Barr gets the job done in the Porsche. Wow, that was a nice battle right there. Weeglub not done yet, though. He stays nice and tidy up on the back of Barr, but Barr still managing to pull away just a bit there, stretching his legs out a little bit in the Porsche there. So it is Weeglub has fallen back to P4. Barr moves up to P3. Flack here in P5. Egon in P6. Severino in P7. Oh, and here's a battle right here. So it's P7, P8, and P9. We'll stay right here. Woo! Bubsy gets all sorts of slideways there in the Ferrari. That's going to give TDC that position. He'll move up into P8 and try to chase down Severino now. Bubsy still with the dirty shoes on that Ferrari is having a bit of an ordeal trying to hold on to that car and not lose too much time to TDC, as he'd like another shot at getting that position back. We well know that for sure. That battle is broken up a bit. Let us see if we can find another battle on track. It's 10-10's Dark Cobra here in P10. Just 3.5 minutes remaining in this race. Williams in P11, Rick James in P12, Maya Skinner here in P13, and Zane still clipping along here in P14. Barr dives off into the pits for the what we all knew was coming, even though he's in P3, and that's points. That's points. He jumps out and goes on to a fresh set of tires. Trying to snag away that fastest lap. I knew that was coming. I absolutely knew that was coming. So it's Black that moves up into P3 now ahead of Weegleb in P4. Egon in P5. It is Steve Areno being chased down by TDC. TDC gets a great run right there. Nice line. Ooh. And Steve Areno getting a little bit squirrely in that Ferrari. Allows TDC to catch right up to him. And boy, howdy, it looks like we have an... Oh, and he touches the wall there. Yes, that's going to give TDC P6. Great race from TDC, really coming back strong at the end of this race, just fighting and fighting and fighting, works his way back to the middle of the pack from the very back of the pack, and quite a deficit too. You see the flashing of the headlights there from Bubsy. That's simply due to controller, because the headlights switching from high to low beam are on that the control joystick for actually turning the car, and if you just push it a little too hard, it flashes the lights. That's not a "hey, I'm coming" or a "get out of my way" flash or anything like that. It's simply due to the driver being on pad racing there. So it's TDC moves up into P6, Steve Areno in P7, Bubsy in P8, Barr in P20, or Barr in P9, Barr 27 in P9. I almost said you moved into P27, bud. Wouldn't that be nice if we could have 27 cars? Oh, and TDC goes round, gets it wrong, falls back into P9. Oh, man, boy, howdy. Man alive, I dang will tell you what. At least once, almost every race that happens to TDC. And I'll tell you, it's not such a bad thing, because if you're not wrecking from time to time, you're not getting any faster because you're not pushing the limits. Let's see. TDC, I'm coming for you. Coming for that lap. Will I get it? We shall see. We shall see. Williams and Cobra here potentially about to battle. I do believe, yes, final lap here for Oscar. Yep, final lap for Oscar. He's got a little ways to go yet. Cupcake holding strong in P2. He's got that on lockdown. It'll be Flack finishing in P3. Egon will get P4. Steve Areno and Weegleb. Woo-wee! That was a battle right to the end. Bubsy in P7. Barr in P8. And Barr does snag the fastest lap at the end of the race. I thought you said Murray got it back. He did not. I knew it. I knew it. Last lap, Barr comes in and snags. You did, Bar. You did. You got it. On the very last lap of the race, once again. So it is Murray or TDC in P9, Dark Cobra in P10, Williams in P11, Rick James in P12, Maya Skinner. I keep forgetting to ask you. I think it's Maya, but I could be wrong. I don't know. It reads like Maya or Mia, really. I don't know. I think I've always called you Maya, though. You'll have to correct me if I'm wrong. Anyways, in P13, Zane in P14. There goes Oscar across the line. He'll take first place. And here comes Cupcake. Great fight and race there from Cupcake as well. Wow. Man. Okay, so I beat him first lap. He beat my lap. Then I got it back on last lap. Yeah, big surprise. Maya Skinner. Nope. What? Oh, so it is Mia then. Is that what you're saying? Not my, but Mia. Okay. Copy that. Thank you for the correction. Hopefully that's what you're saying. Well, all right, y'all. Another great race here for the Vegas Cup Series for the Pro-Am and Am divisions combined. Yes, okay. Gotcha. Thank y'all for the correction. I don't know. It reads both ways. To me, at least. Perhaps I'm not great at English. And any of you lot from the UK would say that no American can speak English. Like that we don't know what we're doing, right? We say aluminum instead of aluminium. Oh. Jennifer. Too funny. But yeah, congrats, Oscar. Great race there. Cupcake, great race. And Flack, was it, I believe, that got third? I was going to go back. Well, only let me skip to lap 12? Why? Only let me skip to lap 12. Anyways, I think it was Flack that got P3. I can't pronounce the British version of some words. I love you all. Hey, we love you too, Miss Yu. I just always generally end up calling you Yu because, I mean, that's much easier to read. But now I know it's Maya. You have to do that on whoever replay that is. It was Flack in third. That's what I thought. I thought it was Flack. Right on. Congrats to Oscar, Cupcake, and Flack. P1, 2, and 3. Wow. Black made it happen again, like got onto the podium. He was running in the back of the pack there for some time. Like most of the race, he was, wow. Flack again, showing he's definitely a contender here in Vegas Cup Series, as well as Oscar has had himself many podium placings, and Cupcake as well with a few. Has anybody looked at the standings? I would be very interested to know what the standings are after round 9, but I do know one thing. They are incredibly tight. It is going to come down to the finale at Nürburgring 24-hour layout, and that will be actually tomorrow morning, y'all. Of course, everybody in the stream already knows that. I'm just saying that for anybody who may watch the stream later or whatever. But yeah, that is going to be absolutely incredible race. It is such a technical, tight track. There is no runoff room on almost, I'd say 98% of the track. There is no runoff room. So one little bit of overspeed into a corner, one misjudged braking zone, it could be big issues at the Nürburgring. And that's why I love the track. I mean, it is absolutely ruthless. And apparently we're just going to sit here and watch some of the replay. Okay, so oh yeah, I guess you're right. Was it like 38 laps? 36 laps? 35 laps. Yep. Indeed, it was Flack. But the Umbrella Corporation Peugeot, and I gotta say, yo, my friend, hope you're doing well. Yo, Trucks, what's going on, my guy? How are you, dude? I'm super pumped to see the progress come along on the new ride you got, man. That's cool, dude. A new project. It's always nice to have something to strive for, something. It's always good to have a hobby, right? And I like your hobby, my guy. I like your hobby. Oscar most likely won it already. Not 100% sure. Not sure if second can catch him. Are bonus points getting a multiplier? No, bonus points will not be getting a multiplier. The bonus points will remain the same, to my knowledge. I don't see why we would give a multiplier to the bonus points when the race itself has the multiplier. Like, I'm pretty sure bonus points will remain the same as they have the whole season. We just wanted to make sure that that the concerns of the community were addressed, and they have been. So now all the races are very, very close in lap count and the points that can be earned, basically. And that was the whole design and reason behind the way we did the point system for VCS, is to keep the championship very, very tight. So that it's one, it keeps everybody in the running. Two, anybody has a chance of winning it, whether you're the fastest person or not. And three, so that in the end, it comes down to the very last race of the season. And that's what we've created. That's what we've got. So I'm definitely stoked about that. Anyways, we'll go ahead and throw that up. Say thank you all very, very much for watching. If y'all aren't busy and you'd like to stick around and get a look at some racing on PMR here in 10 minutes approximately, I'm going to start doing some racing on PMR. And I would definitely have to say that the game is now, for me, it's been worth the purchase. And I think that it would be worth it for people to go out and get now. At first, I would have said no. You know, I was obviously not thrilled with the way it came out. But now you can actually get into lobbies. Now more than one car works. I watched GT45 run in the LMPs, or which is actually the LMDH car, I think it is. LMDs. Anyways, and watched him putting down fastest laps in the lobby that he was in. Actually got fastest lap, and it looked to me like he was doing quite well in that. So the servers aren't 100% for sure. Other than that, the physics part of the game seems to me like they got a good handle on it. And I've not tried every class that's out there. I just haven't had the opportunity to yet, with work being what it is. I work very, very early hours and often don't get home till late, so I just don't have the energy to do any racing after driving a log truck all day. I'm like, my arms are already spent, right? But anyways, I am going to take a short break, fill my coffee cup, switch games, have a cigarette, and not in that order. And I'll be back, and we're going to do some Project Motorsport Racing, y'all, and y'all can get a good look at it for yourselves if you do want to stick around. If not, that's fine too, not a problem, totally understand. But make sure before you leave, please give a like to the stream and take that link and share it out to help out St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. We have a long, long ways to go to hit that $2,500 mark. And I started to say earlier and forgot to finish, whatever we make, thanks for the stream. Oscar, hey, thanks for being here, bud. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. So whatever mark we hit up to the $2,500 goal, the cat's out of the bag. We have a donor who is going to match whatever dollar we make. So we could potentially turn $2,500 into $5,000. We could turn, $1,500 into $3,000. Y'all can do the math. Whatever we bring in is going to be matched. So, like I say, every dollar counts. Literally, every dollar counts because it's now worth $2. Right? So, anyways, I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. God bless y'all. I hope y'all have an absolutely fantastically blessed and beautiful day. If you can, I'd appreciate y'all sticking around. If not, no worries, but I will be back in like 10 minutes. We're going to do some Project Motorsport Racing and, have some more fun. We'll talk to y'all soon. Wipe myself out. All right, y'all. Uh, Hello. What's going on, y'all? We're here. Surprise! We've shaved off the beard. New smile to boot. Gave up the best beard in the company that I work for the best smile. All right. So, some other things that we had failed to mention about the status of PMR. So, unfortunately, currently, every time when you open up a lobby, right? Let's say I want, because I do plan on doing so. For right now, I'm just going to do some lobby hopping. But then I'll open up my own lobby. But what happens is that every time you want to change tracks, you have to restart the lobby. So that's unfortunate. The other thing that's quite a bummer is that for the ranked racing, which is really great, really fun. What? Hello, Miss Yu. Appreciate you being here still. For the ranked racing, it's like 25 minutes in between each race. So for a streamer, that's not great. You got to find some sort of content. Join you at some point? Nice. I like it. I like it a lot. Let's see. GT3 at Zolder. GT3 at, let's see, multi-class at Spielberg. So Red Bull Ring. Let's jump into that. See what kind of class we can't get into here. So it looks like GT4 and GT3 perhaps. So that being said, dude, I tried this car yesterday and oh my word. You want to talk about a spicy car. Woo-wee. And the braking was very difficult as well. Let's see. Gray. Let's go with the yellow and black. Ah, no, people are leaving. Darn fools. You guys got to be patient. They don't know this. You must be patient. Yeah, it's much better now. It is much, much better. But awesome. That's good to hear. Three versus three, buddy. I would just start it, man, because people be leaving. I don't know how to be patient. Cool name, bro. So thus far, we got Porsche, Mercedes, and Ford Mustang for the GT3s, Toyota GR Supra, Audi R8, and Nissan Z for the GR4s. eventually today at some point, we are going to go and do some more ranked racing. But I need to do some racing on these tracks that I don't know yet, because going and doing ranked racing is ridiculous on tracks that you don't know. It's just silly. But I did it yesterday. Gonna give the old spectacles a washing here, because if you're racing, you probably want to see. Probably a good idea. Let's see. I'll get back to chat here just momentarily, y'all. Let me move my phone closer. Oh my gosh, that did not seem to help. I think I need to wash my cloth here. I even used the spray that time, and it just seemed to smear the sweat around. All right, we need volume for racing, and actually I could put my headset on. That'll give us volume. Let's see here. Black! Happy Saturday. I look forward to watching the replay here in a bit. We done did the replay already, buddy. Oh my word, is that ever loud. Oh my goodness, spicy. Oh, whoa, my goodness. Yeah, the replay was prior to this. Dang, spicy. Oh, fine. Oh no, hold on for dadgum. It's so spicy. If you just hammer down on the throttle, it's going to go round on you, guaranteed. Let's try that. I need my controller. Let's see if that works. I turned down the force feedback a little bit. Oh, I know. I'll watch it later. This live. Congrats to Oscar. Oh, copy, man. Give it a go after the AWD championship. Copy. All right, let's see if we can get a good lap in here. Oh, this is qualifying. Okay. Oh, braking is difficult, man. You got to be very, very smooth. You can't hit the brakes hard. Dang. Oh, this car is spicy. Oh, dang it. Curbing will really catch you out, too. That feels better. Woo! Whoa! Ah! Oh. Okay, copy. Hold on. There we are. There we are. My apologies. I forgot when I have the headset plugged in, I have to. No. Nah, I don't need the headset. That's all right. Quality sound on these cars too. You know what else I need to do? I'm on medium tire. There we go. Let's try that.
Clear of pit lane.
Woo!
You've got 1 minute left.
I'm just not going to get in a good lap time, apparently.
This lap, checkered flag. Session complete.
No idea how that is. gravel, it sucks you right into it. Balance your voice. Audio cars are louder than you. Let's see. Turn that down a bit, see if that helps. That any better?
It's not what we expected to finish in qualifying, but we can try and make it work from there.
Better. Copy. Thank you. Trying to get this situated to where I can see chat easily. If I put my microphone right in front of me, it tries to fall off and that's like a $200 mic or something, so I can't afford that. All right, let's see if we can do better in the race. Oh. Need to be able to see chat, bonehead. There we are. Come on. There we are. Come on now.
marker in front isn't in contention, so pass them now.
We're starting to get the hang of her now, y'all.
This back marker in front isn't in contention, so pass them now. Back marker ahead isn't in the fight for position. Just get past them as soon as you can. White flag, final lap. Stay sharp and keep that pace.
cool. GG's, dude. GG's. Wow. Whew. It's tough. It's tough getting used to these cars, I'll tell you that. But that felt pretty darn good, really. I mean, some few minor tweaks and adjustments they could make on the physics and the handling, but other than that, it's just getting used to what the sim presents, right? Use what it gives you.
Good run, made it to the end. Just wasn't quite quick enough today.
My hands already hurt like crazy, though. Let's see. See if I can figure this out. Uh, let's see. Let's go with the GG4s this time. Let's run the Porsche again. Let's go with this one. Oh, I guess since it's made me host, I can take a wee little break.
All right, full lobby. Ooh, Camaro for the GT4 also? I didn't know that. That's cool. Yeah, that's cool. Cars still feel off? Yeah, a little bit for sure. And it's definitely going to take some getting used to because I mean it's a sim. It's not a simcade like GT7, so everything is a bit more touchy. Oh, oh, oh. I don't know what that was set to begin with, so that's kind of... brake bias, front and rear. That looks about right to me, actually.
Clear.
Jump into a GR4 instead of a GR3. Yeah. That was horrible.
That timing started. Get a move on.
GR4s feel much better. Won't shift down when I tell it to shift down again. Yeah, GR4 feels much better than the GR3s.
Minutes to go. Dang, come on! Session ends in 5 minutes.
Try that. It's getting better. Indeed, indeed.
Clear of the pits. One minute left. Check and flag this lap. Wrap it up. Three tenths off.
Wrong zipper. Oh, man. I'll tell you, the force feedback is crazy, y'all. We're getting a workout just from hands and whatnot.
It's not what we expected in qualifying, but we can try and make it work from there.
We finished in P1 in the GR4 category. Quit hollering at me. All right, here we go.
Good luck, mate. You can do it.
Not sure why it won't shift down again when I tell it to shift down. Not happy with that.
Track limit violation. Officials noted it.
Oh, come on, man. Left him room and see what he does. Woo! I want this thing to shift down when I tell it to shift down. I can't do it in here currently. I was going to try to turn the traction control completely off to see if it'll then shift down when I tell it to. I'm watching my freaking gears to see if it's shifting down instead of the track. So I keep messing up. once again. Oh, sure. Maintain 49 miles an hour for how long?
That's a podium, mate. Lovely work.
Right. Right. Yeah, I knew that, but like, it's messing me up because it wasn't doing that. At very first, when I very first played the game, it did do that, and I recognized it as such, right? Like, I knew that's what it was doing. See, now I have to create an entire different lobby. You know what? I want to try Lexington, but they literally have it set on 2 people. So let's go here. Everybody is choosing the GT3 class. Like, everybody. It's supposed to be multi-class. Racing. So I guess if no other GT4 cars join. Oh, GT7 just got it finally, huh? Ah, that's good to know. Okay, one other GT4 car so far. Now 2. So either way, I'll get a podium. Oh, how's the audio now that I unplugged the headset? Does it sound all right? Mia, I did it again. My apologies. I really do want to try out that Supra. There's the Nissan. Mercedes, Mustang, Camaro, BMW, Audi, Aston Martin, and Alpine. You know what? For you, Mr. Ghost Viper, sir. Oh man, you know what? I already got set up for that car. So I don't want to do that. You got to keep it at the Porsche. I'm up for driving for Team Rad on PMR. You better be. Oh. You're liking it? Yeah, I'll tell you what. If you haven't done it yet, actually, you could. Oh, the lobby's now full. And I'm literally the only GR4. Oh, and there's a GTE car. Alrighty then. I might as well literally switch. You know what? I'm going to see how well I can do against the GT3s and my GT4. Lobby's full, buddy. Start the race there, Style. Anyways, here in just a minute, I'll start a lobby with the MX-5s because I think that's what the first league that we'll do will be in the MX-5s. We'll do an MX-5 Cup. But man alive, if you haven't tried those yet, those handle so good. The racing is so incredibly fun. Come on, dude. Start the race. Like, what are you waiting for? The lobby to get less full like it's doing now? You know what? My impatience has reached its point. I am going to create a server. We're going to go... Wow, those cars look good now, too. Wow, look at that. Gorgeous. And they're just like, oh, the graphics are bad. Really? Because that looks like pretty good on-point graphics to me. Where's my MX-5s? NGT? Oh, yeah. Wow. Cool. There we are. Whoa, they added a bunch more liveries for this thing all of a sudden. I still like this one the best. Let's see, I want to try a track that I do not know. Let's go San Marino. I'd like to get to know this track. Lobby settings, max 32 players, sure. Friends only is off, crossplay enabled is on. Identical vehicle off. Assist authentic, penalties on, damage on. Let's see. Qualifying, 10 minutes, laps. We'll go 7. Heavily rubbered. Confirm. All right, lobby's up. Lobby's up for y'all want to join. I use the restroom real quick. Oh, oh.
Oh my goodness.
Now we gotta wait forever for the lobby to fill up. I'll be right back, darling. Like 10 minutes, Mia. I'll be back. Maybe 15. Just gonna run down to the store real quick since nobody's in this lobby just yet. All right, y'all, we're back. Dang, ain't nobody joining. What? Well, we'll try this thing again.
All clear.
Oh.
Hit the brakes are so touchy.
You're on the clock now. This lap is counting. 1 minute left in the session.
Oh, some beach, man.
Check, wait, what, chat? Copy. All right. Well done. Yeah, good stuff.
Bad luck, mate. Some tough cars out there. Want you to get game plan for the race.
Sweet.
Keep focused.
Hey. Oh my goodness. I get look for not looking at the racetrack. All right, go Steve for you, buddy, for you. All right. Let's just see 25 minutes until the next race, 40 minutes till the next race, 55 minutes till the next race. Who wants to wait to race for that long? Lexington, Kyalami, Derby, Daytona, Spa.
I don't know that track yet either. Lexington. You know what? Let's see. I really want to try this track. Ow. That was pretty unsettling. Oh, excuse me. Oh, excuse me. Jeez. Come on, car. Cooperate. I keep switching to the wrong gear when that happens. I think I need my gear shifter.
You've got 5 minutes left.
See, that should have shifted down in a second. I wasn't going so fast that it shouldn't have shifted in a second like that. I cannot get it to shift fast enough. You know what? I'm done with all this for now. I'm going to play Battlefield 6. Y'all can hang out if you like and check some of it out. I'd appreciate it. Fed up with not being able to race. Car's not handling properly when I can race. Oh. Moron. There we go. The only cars that handle exactly right, where it feels should be exactly right, is still the MX-5. Sure, I like this thermal better anyhow. It may just not be altogether a day of gaming for me, y'all. Or good gaming, anyhow. Let's try that. Oh! Ah! Dang it. What? Ah. Do anything right this morning. Mm. Whoa. I literally just looked there too. Yo, N7 guy. You see your teammate over here, your squad member down? Oh, thank you. Oh, crap. You need to find a barrel. Mm.
Just missed out on the headshot there. Excuse me, sheesh. What? Well, I was on the positive at least, and I am going to call it a stream there, y'all. I'm just not even into it right now at all. Ouch! Everything is just irritating now. Perhaps it's the pain. I don't know. But I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Thank you for the likes, the shares, the subs. God bless y'all. I love y'all. Until next time, we'll check you later. So take care.